We are going to talk about how to prepare and approach this Salesforce B2B commerce for administration and certification. This exam is very popular now. Let me introduce myself. Um, my yeah, I'm Bharati. I'm a software engineer level 3 at Master. So I have a good experience knowledge in Salesforce platform. Let's jump into today's agenda. So these are the topics I'm going to cover today. Path to certification, path to B2B commerce for admin exam, session-wise important topics and tips for the exam, and key resources to follow. Finally, we will have a Q&A. First topic is path to certification. So, in the B2B commerce administration certification, you have to first prepare the examination, right? So, the Salesforce site recommended they are gave the two curriculums in the partner learning camp. First, you have that partner learning camp credential. Using through that, you should complete these two curriculums. So first one is the B2B Commerce Foundation for Administration. So in this curriculum, you may have the six different modules. So this is a very basic things on you have to know that once you cover this, you have to familiar with the platform features and the commerce data models and process automations on that and data management things. So these are the things you may get to aware about it. So the next one is a get to know B2B commerce for administration. So in this curriculum, this is also consist of some multiple modules there. So this is one of the major thing also because so in the B2B commerce administrative perspective, we have to know the technical knowledges like the storefront deployment things and setting that storefront for the B2B commerce and managing stores stuff. So these things are very clearly said about in this curriculum. So if you completed these two modules, you will have the clear picture on administration examination. The next topic is path to B2B commerce admin exam. So this exam consists of 60 multiple choice questions. So the time allotted for this examination is 90 minutes, and you have to pass the score 70 percentage for this examination. So in this particular exam actually divided into the seven different topics. So this release in the B2B commerce, they are introduced a new topic is advanced topics. So you will cover. I would like to recommend you to if you are start preparing, you will go through this from the B2B commerce basics to at the advanced level because if you have a know that basic things in that, so you may get to know proceed with the technical stuffs like storefront deployment and product organization. So these things you may get to get clear picture on it. And also you have to concentrate all the topics because the percentage level for each and every topic is very similar. So you can expect the questions from all the topics, and the questions will be the very scenario based, and it will the combination of all the topics. So you have to cover all the things. I will go through the each and every topics one by one. Yeah, Salesforce B2B commerce app and basics. So from this, these are the topics we have to cover in the app and basics. Why I'm suggesting here is these are the topics I got some questions, exam point of view. Some questions are taken from these areas. So first one is experience cloud and commerce. So in the experience cloud and commerce, you have to concentrate on way to set up in the experience cloud and commerce setup. So, for example, in the Salesforce side, from the setup itself, you are navigating to the digital experience. In that only you are first enabling the domain. Then only you can proceed with the new site, new lightning experience site, right? So you have to know that way to set up in that experience cloud, and also the same concept of commerce setting. The commerce setting, using the commerce settings, you are enabling that. Then after that only you are adding some features. So you have to know that. So next one is license required for B2B user. So this is one of the frequent question. You can expect the question in the examination. So license required in the sense, each and once you creating the new experience site, you are going to adding some profile on particular profile users only allow the sites, right? So same thing in the B2B commerce as well, to allowing only particular license that profile users only. Like for now, community portal license user profile is only allowed to accessing that commerce portal. So you have to know that. The next one is enabling the order preference. So this is nothing but so once you enable that commerce setup, you have some features like enabling orders, enhanced commerce orders, and enabling the optional price books things. So these are the features are available. You will make changes in the setup. In during the setup, you will add it here. Then only you can proceed with it. So you have to know that what are the order preferences you are enabling. Then you can expect a question scenario like some order or order summary objects you have to show in for your buyer means what are the features you have to enable it. So these kind of questions you can expect from that. And next one is the OWD. This is nothing but the sharing model. So in the sales initially the Salesforce sharing model, we are setting the object level permissions internal for internal user and as external user, right? So in the B2B as well, we are setting some particular objects like here I mentioned catalog, electronic media group, order delivery methods. So these are the objects are particularly set for the public read only in the external users for the external user. So you have to keep remind that what are the objects that will be the public read only, what are the objects that will be the read write access and private access. So these are the things you have to just keep remind it, and you will from that examination point of view, if they are asking means we can just take it and eliminating from the option itself we can know it. And the next one is the optimizing page layout. So this is so in the setup, during the setup you are adding some in the page layout level, you are adding some actions and buttons or and also the related list also you are adding into the standard page layout, standard objects page layouts. So you have to know that what are the objects we are making changes on page layouts like account, contact, and or product, order. These are the objects we are making some, we are some adding some buttons features and as well as related listings. So you have to keep remind that you can just expect a question, direct questions like what are the related lists we are adding in the account object. So you can just expect these kind of questions. The next one is the data translation setup. This is one of the this is also you can expect the question because in the before you are creating the new say storefront, uh, the org wide level we are enabling the multi currency level, multi currency option and the language setting option. So you have to know that way to set upping that. So in the company information itself you are adding that. So as well as we have one more option like in this, after creating the store you have the administration access, you have the administration option, and you can just adding if you want a more multiple languages adding means you can just add there also. So you have to keep remind that what are the ways we are adding, and when it is the default where we are setting the default values, these things you have to keep remind it. And one more thing we have to concentrate on the data translation. So if you are if you are added new languages for your store means, so you obviously you are going to adding the content, right? So you can expect a question like the scenario based. If the content is appear on your experience site, and you have some different locations based on the buyers different location, we are setting the languages. So if the languages are removed, right? So if the languages are removed, what will be the content? You can you may have that this kind of scenario questions also you can get it out. So the answer is actually the if we are removing that content, the sorry, if we are removing that languages, the content will not deleted. So the content will not appear on the page, but the content is not deleted. So these kind of options you can get it out, and you have to choose it out. So the next one is permission sets for the user. So as I already said, the profiles, some profiles, only the certain license profiles will be allowed for the B2B users, right? B2B commerce. So in that, Salesforce added to that some different kind of permission sets based on that user privileges. We can add it out. So once you set up in that your commerce, B2B commerce, you may have the default permissions. It's like buyer and buyer manager. These are the standard one. You can get it out in the defaultly. Otherwise, if you want to making more options, accessing, allowing to that users means you can just create a custom permission set like a B2B commerce users and a B2B super user account switches. So you have to know that who will take care this permission set. For example, if the buyer user is going to view view their product, and they going to order the particular product, and this kind of um, this kind of things, if the person is going to do making some on the commerce means, they have one the user can have only the B2B commerce user. This permission is alone for that user. If in other ways, if the user is going to manage some other different users orders, want to see that are their orders, and want to see the what are the products sold. So if that's this kind of permission, if want the particular user means, you have to give the B2B commerce super user. So you have to know that the permission, what are the accessible features available for this particular permission set. Account switcher is nothing but the user can change switch over to the different accounts. So by using this permission set, they can use it out. So you can expect a question from which user can access that. If the user is a manager means, which permission set we have to assign it. So these kind of question you can expect it. Yeah. Next one is the storefront deployment and content integration. So these are the main part. You have to more concentrate about it, because most of the questions can arise from this areas. So I just noted out each and everything. I will tell you that yeah, storefront creation. In the storefront creation, you have to keep mind it before creation and after creation. So if you want to going to creating the new store, new B2B store for your business needs, you have the two options. Like you can just use it out existing experience template, or else you can use it out a new one. Okay, so you have to know that if you are going to using the existing one, it should be what are the templates supported to allowing while creating your store. So you have to know that currently the customer portal and starter template is actually supported only for supporting if you are going to using the existing one. And also you have to keep remind that if the existing template is already using it in different store means, it won't allow to use it in the new stores. Next one is the load sample data. Yeah, so once you created the new store creation, right? So you can just adding the new sample data in this in the load sample data. You have to concentrate the consideration for the bulk load, and way to importing the sample data. What are the ways we have some importing the sample data, and also configurations to preparing the sample data. So these things you have to keep reminding. And consideration in the sense, if we are going to do the bulk data, right? So some limitation is there. So how many records we can loaded using the data loader, as well as if we are going to do the bulk load means you have to, obviously you have to use it the bulk data loader. The Salesforce is recommended only for the data loader. If you are going to some 5,000 records or less than 5,000 records means you can just use it out in the store homepage itself. You have the import option, as well as you have in the products workspace is there. So inside the workspace products workspace, you have that import another one import button is available. So using that, you can just do your sample data. And one more thing you have to keep in mind, if you are going to uploading that product with the images means that images having also some limitations levels. So first you have to importing the parent products, and then you have to importing your child images. So if you are adding the images as a link means you have to first enabling that CSP trusted sites. So these things you have to keep in mind. And next one is search index. So this is one of the very most important thing, important area. Why I'm suggesting here is this: you can expect a lot of questions from this search indexing, because so once we added the product, new products, and the storage creations means we are going to do the rebuild search indexing. So in the rebuild search indexing, we have to keep remind that consideration before that search indexing. I mean that what I mean that if you are going to searching doing the search indexing means uh, first you have that store, right? So in the store, you have that at least some sample data there, and those sample data should be the product should be any of the things are active. Should any one of the products should be inactive. So these are the consideration. These are the criteria conditions they are set up. So you have to keep remind that. The next one is the time limit for the store. So the time limits in the sense, what I'm here is, so we in the previous release we have some only the within the 24 hours we have do the search indexing. After that we have to wait for it. So once it is completed only we have to proceed it. So but here it is not. Now after the release we have some added advantages. So if we are going to do only the particular store, you can do the search indexing for 5 times within the hour. If it that is also some limitations there. So if it is exceeded, it won't allow to re-indexing. And the next thing is you can just do the re-indexing for all what I mean that in the all stores in your organ in your Salesforce org. So you have the different multiple stores there. So if you want to search indexing for all stores means you can do that. It will be only the 60 times to that 60 times to allowing it. So this is also one of the consideration. And the next one is the type of search indexing. So here now we have the partial search indexing and full search indexing. With the help of that, we can do our search indexing. You have to know that what is the features available for that. If we are doing partial search indexing, what is the consequence? Only it will take that recent updated records. So these things you have to know that. And then consideration for search filters. So search filter is one of the main thing, because we have some. This is also having some. We are adding some product fields in the filtration, right? So what are the data types we can able to add it in the search filter, and if it is not available means we have to do again the re-indexing. So these things you have to keep in mind. So for now, in the search filter limits only allowing that um, sub, uh, combination of 70 fields alone. So you can up to 70 you can just add it out. It will have some combinations like a searchable fields, whistle filters, and then shortable fields. These things have having some limitation. So with the combination only, you can just add the 70 fields. And then I already said that the data type, right? So you can just the pick list, multi-select pick list text. These are the different data types only allowing. And what are the data types not allowed? That is also you have to note it out. Uh, the question can ask like this also. The next one is catalog and category. Yeah, catalog and category is one of the major thing. So once you're creating the new store, right? So in the store itself, you will have the default catalogs is there. So you can just use it out that catalog, the default one, or else you can just create the new custom catalog and assign to that store. But one thing we have to make sure it, so the store should have should assign only one catalog, one catalog, and the catalog can have the multiple stores as well. So you have to clear on this. And then hierarchy level, we have some certain limitations. We have only up to 5 subcategories hierarchy levels only we can able to create it out. And the next one is category prioritizing. So by ordering your categories, you can just take it out, which category is the first one, which category is the next to shown on the your experience side. So you can by using the ordering, you are prioritizing your categories. And next one is account contact buyer group. So this buyer group, account contact buyer group, is a combination. You can expect a question like the account contact buyer group combination. Some scenario based question they can ask it. If the account is if the buyer account is some certain buyer group, they whether they can able to accessing the B2B store, and if it is if they are allowing to external user, what we need to consideration for that. So you can just you can expect these kind of scenario based question, and you have to know that account, right? So if the account is a business account or person account, so that account should be first converted into the buyer account. Then that account should have the contact as well. So the contact should have the customer user. So then only you can just add it out your buyer groups. With the combination, you have that you can proceed your B2B. Mm, you can access that storefront. So I will tell you that in the management level, the sharing buyer account with the multiple users. Yeah, this is also the continuation for the storefront deployment and content integration. First, the customizing the checkout template. So after we have set it up that our products, we are going to showing our products into the in the storefront, right? Storefront UI level. So as the administrator, that um, products are going to next checkout on that for ordering, right? So in the checkout, as the administrator level, you have to know that the consideration. So what are the basic things? A way to set up in the checkout flows. For example, in the experience side checkout page, you have to configure the checkout flow first, and then that should be installed, and then you have to test it out, and then configure the checkout flow. So these are the basic steps. Sorry, these are the basic tasks you have to aware it. And next one is different types of subflows. So in the checkout flow, they are segregated the process in the subflows. Like for example, taxing, inventory, errors, shipping address. These are the some subflows are there. You have to keep remind that, and you have to note it out. These are the subtopics available for the checkout flows. So which subflows are used for the which process. So you have to know that. These things you have to collect it out while preparing the examination. And also B2B commerce, sorry, B2B checkout flows task also, that some of the carrying tasks like installing checkout flows, security settings, activating the flows. These are some, they are listed out, that some tasks for the checkout flows. So these things you have to keep in mind. The next one is checkout flows, action, activation section. By if you are ordering some product, right? So then at the time you have to changes on navigate to the new different windows, and then you are going to process something and then come back to that storefront page. So if in the between time, that ordering page should be in the hold on the page in the web store, right? So with the help of checkout time to live and checkout validate date only, we are holding the activation session, and we are adjusting that by using this options only, we are adjusting the activation session. So these are the things we have to keep reminding. The next one is a storefront integration, store integration and services. In that, using that Apex classes in inventory, shipping, payment. These are the things we are first we are adding into using in the Apex class. We are adding, and then we are making in the storefront administration option. We have to integrate those things, shipping, inventory, these things you have to using the in integrate option, you have link integrate option, you have to include it. So then only you can proceed that order. So these things you have to keep in mind. The next one is payment gateway. In the payment gateway, you can expect, yeah, the payment gateway you can expect the 2 to 3%. Like for example, if we are going to create the new payment, if we are going to creating the new payment gateway for your store, means we have to use the named credential. In the administrator level, the administrator should create the named credential, then only proceed the new payment gateway method. So this thing, and the next one is if the administrator want to changing one payment gateway method to another payment gateway method, what are the steps they have to include? First, the user should navigate to that administration page, and the administration you have the payment gateway method is that, so in that only you are going to integrating link, by using the link integration only you are making updating the payment method. So these things you have to keep reminding. So these questions also you can expect it. Yeah, the next one is a product organization, product management, and advanced things. So in this, yeah, first one is actually the managed product for the store. Um, the product is in the sense, you are going to as an administrator, that user, the administrator going to creating the new product, right? So each and every concept. So for example, if the product is going to be the very unique one, we don't have any different separation like based on you don't have that any size or variations, it won't have that. You can just create it out the simple product, or else you can just create it out if you have some the product is like a different length and the size, you have to variate it. You can just create the variation product. Using that variation, you can just create this sub variation products. So in the management level, you have to know that first how to creating that variation steps. First, that attribute set you have to know, you have to create it out, then only you can proceed with the variation product. So these things you have to keep remaining. The next one is pricing strategy for the price book. So if the product having the multiple price books, right? So the customers want to see that based on that priorities, the user, the customer have if the buyer is going to be that grouped into that based on that buyer group or price books. So we have the two different things in this concept. what happened here is the buyer can assign to the different buyer group, or else the buyer can assign to the different price books. So based on that, we have to show our price books for the products, right? So using pricing strategy only, you can use it out in the store administration option. You have the pricing strategy. Either it is the best price or prioritize price. So you have to choose it out. If the user is grouped by the different buyer groups, means you have to choose the best pricing. Or else you have that different price books assigned, means you can just use the prioritized pricing. So using this only, you can make sure the pricing level for the products. The next one is external account managed for the buyers. So as I already said that the combination of account contact buyer group, you have that you can expect that question. So if the buyer want to buy a external account, so the buyer should have that buyer manager level access first. Then he should create he can just creating that buyer account, sorry, he can assign any one of the buyer account, and sharing he can allow the sharing level, either read only access or managing access. So this permission should give it to that external account. And then the buyer can managing the in the storefront. So once they are allowed to enable, so they can able to going to access that storefront, and they can switch over the different accounts. So and we have one more option like account switcher. So in the account switcher permission set as well, we have an option to switching over, and we can proceed the product. The differences main differences in the B2B manager level and account switcher permission set. The manager level means they have some extra privileges for them. They can able to view the different user allowance too. But the account switcher can able to only switch between the accounts, and they can just ordering the products. So that's the thing. The difference in the manager level and account switcher. The next one is customizing the user profile menu. So if you have that if the buyer user having the different locations in your business scenarios, so you don't want to creating the new sites. Instead of that, you can just use your user profile menu. By using based on your location, you can just create your profile menu, and you can just assign to that users. So this is the one of the thing. And next one is search engine optimization. This is a one major thing. So you can expect the question from a search engine. So search engine is nothing but it's actually increasing the non-paid search engine traffic for your store. Um, Actually, it mainly actually improving that ranking and awareness of the awareness with the goal of the driving more traffic on the B2B store. So, for example, it is actually guiding that meta tags and improving the URL configuration in your B2B store. And you can just choosing your canonical URLs with the consolidating the single pages. So these are the functions it actually improving. So you have to know that the what are the things it can improve. So you have to keep reminding. The next one is creating and restricting the email alert. Um, yeah. So user is assigned to going to use the particular new user is assigned to that store, right? So if the user if the user want to send a mail, or else restricting the mail means you have an option in the store itself. In the experience side, you have the administration right access, right? In the management level, they are going to we can enabling that option, or else we can just disable it, and the user won't allow to get the email alert. So you have to keep in mind where to enabling that and disabling the values. enabling and disabling the option. The last one is the B2B commerce release updates. This is nothing but the advanced concept. So if you are covering all these areas, you will have the release updates, and you can just go through that. What are the new features added for those areas, and you can just keep remaining. That's it. And key resources to follow. So while preparing for me, so these are the main links. I just go through it, and I just sharing here. Um, you can just use it out from this. Yeah, this is a winter release. For now, we have only a winter 22 release. So from this, you can just go through that. The search indexing and CMS update things, content adder, contributors are assigning. So these are the things are now in the release updates. So that's all. Any queries? Team, anybody have any questions for the preparation level, or in the exam point of view, any other uh, having any doubts?
I think all are good for the.
Okay.
Actually, we have one more session in this month related to B2B commerce. Actually, initially we shared configuration level stuffs, right? Mm. Already we conducted one more meetup related to B2B, that is fully based on configuration and builder level things inside the CRM. So we plan to cover uh, both front end and back end level customization, including Lightning components and Apex customization and integration. So we have it will be in upcoming weeks. So please try to join those section. Also in that session, we are trying to conduct a quiz to provide particular facts. So thanks for joining today. We'll expect your presence in upcoming meetups too. We'll meet soon. Thanks for joining. Thanks, Pralli.
Thank you, team.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.